The Felzke family, the farm started back in 1902. It was just your general 80-acre farm that my great-grandpa Herman Felzke would have come from Germany. Kind of from there, it grew to what it is today through, I would be the fourth generation, consisting of the biggest, our row crops are corn, soybeans, wheat. Then we have some oats, dry hay that we put up. Then with that said, back in 1978, my parents, Paul and Sandra Felzke, introduced strawberries to the family farm, and this will make our 46th season growing strawberries. And with that said, we've had a variety of specialty crop, which now with the month of March is our maple syrup. Dad, when he was 15 years old, introduced maple syrup, collecting sap from the trees. We had a lot of hardwoods in the woods that was on the family farm, and so Dad would collect that, and my grandma Felzke, she would boil it down. And so basically, it's fair to say that we've been producing maple syrup. It's more of a family tradition for over 70 years. You have the freezing and thawing, but when the maple, we do all hard maple, and basically it's like a 5/16 hole. You have a tap, you put into the tree, you collect the sap out of the tree, and the average tree should run 10 gallons of sap, which would produce roughly a quart of syrup. But the ratio is 40 to 1. They always figured 40 gallons of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. But it's just the sugar content when you collect it from the tree is like what we've been collecting here this year. It started out at 2.5. As the season goes later, it falls like 1.7% sugar. So you got to figure, like in that glass of sap you'd collect 1.7% of that sugar. Boil that, basically evaporate the water weight till you get down to the sugar, the byproduct, what you're looking for. 80% of our sales is done at our farm market here. We do have a few farm markets that we wholesale to, limited. We do, some people that do farmers markets, they buy some there, a small quantity to sell, and really become, the last 5-6 years, the syrup sales has really increased just because it's a natural sugar, and a lot of people are using the product, and they're really, beginning to know that there's a value there for it. It's not the cheapest source of sugar, but it's a natural product. Having family in operation is great. It can go good and bad, but been raised on, what it takes to do it with family. I've always said if I couldn't do it with family, I don't think I'd do it, because that's just the generations, and you got to have family involved in it, because that's what the farms were founded on, and it's very important. Like I say, just the values we're raised on.